back to Purse First Impressions. As you can see, I am out of drags today. I just flew in. I had a very long, should I tell my quick? Okay. So I had this thing where, I felt like I was Leonardo DiCaprio in Catch Me If You Can. The way I was running through the airport was insane. I was running, trying to get to my gate. I had a tight connection. My connection is so tight. And then we didn't make it. Long story short, I'm not gonna drag the story out. We did not make it, and I ended up staying in the airport for hours. And I just got back to Los Angeles, and then Laila McQueen just got back from the Makeup Artists and Hairstylists Guild Awards,
which I wasn't dragged for, but I took it off immediately, and I've just been crying so much from losing.
Are you gonna wear your shades?
I don't know.
Let me see your eyes. Oh, look at you. You're so handsome. Kathy would want to see your eyes.
I got that post-drag face, the post-drag redness, the telltale heart eyes.
I think that Kathy would want to see it. Kathy's watching.
She is.
What do you want to say to Kathy?
I know you're watching.
Kathy is Layla's mom. And we're getting a lot of Layla on the page this week, which I'm very excited about.
Me too. Feature,
honey. All right, let's go ahead and start talking about RuPaul's Drag Race. We're in, of course, season 14. And we just sent home Madeline Morphosis.
Yeah.
She gone.
The straights are out.
The straights, they have been.
It's a flush.
They have been. We have Jasmine Kennedy reverse hate criming. But
the gag is what Maddie wrote though.
Yeah. That's why I wrote "Be Yourself."
I forgot that.
Yeah, never be afraid to be yourself. That is rich.
That's gold
coming from Madeline Morphosis.
I can't tell if it's supposed to be ironic.
Well, Maddie seems to have actually a pretty good sense of humor. Two queens that I actually really wish I could have seen in Snatch Game were Maddie Morphosis and Cornbread. Also, did you hear that Cornbread said that she was going to do Leslie Jordan for Snatch Game? So she got sent home by Jasmine Kennedy, who was wiping the message off the board. And instantly, just right away, Daya Betty is wild.
She is doing that thing where I feel like she wants it so bad, but I feel like at a certain level, it's almost like you tell the producers how bad you want it, and they're like, "Oh, you know what we should do? Not give it to her."
But is it that are the producers keeping her from it, or is she just not do you think has she been the best in any week yet?
No, she hasn't been bad.
But has she been the best?
No.
So the internet is pretty much all in agreement that Georgia shouldn't have won the one she won. That maybe it should have gone to Lady Camden.
Yeah, I would agree.
Let me say, the British are coming, honey, and she had she really came and went to the loo on these children, didn't she? She took the lift, put on her trousers, put a fag in her mouth.
Waited in the queue,
put on her waistcoat, and she let these girls have it. This week's challenge is there's an acting challenge. Now, this is the first. This is a very acting challenge heavy season. This is their third acting challenge, and we haven't even made it to the Snatch Game yet. This is actually wild. Now that I think about it, this is their third acting challenge. We haven't even made it to Snatch Game yet.
The third one?
Yes, because
what was the second one?
There was the one where they were.
The Sarah McLachlan commercials
and the super teasers. And now there's the Breaking Wind. No,
Daytona wins, which ends up being the whole thing ends up being a great big fart joke. Which we got to talk about this fart joke in a second too. So okay, before we get this fart joke, how do you feel about the performances in? Am I the one who feels like sometimes what the person's doing isn't that great, and then everyone, the editing, and even in the bar, we were watching in the bar, everyone's going crazy, and I kept being like, I don't see it. I thought this was one of the better ones. I enjoyed it. It seemed like a lot of them were having fun.
No, I agree, it was great, but there were certain performances that I was kind of like, why is everyone gagging? This is like, I think George's performance was really good. I think Bosco's performance was really good. I think
Bosco and Lady Camden did really well.
Lady Camden, Bosco, and I think George did a really good job too.
Yeah.
It was nice to see an acting challenge that was not written so horrifically, and it seemed like everyone was having fun. RuPaul took her coffee enema before coaching these girls.
I think she has a coffee IV at this point. a coffee transplant. Like, she's really going ham. Like, RuPaul is very jazzy this whole season. She's really been quite jazzy.
Feeling it.
Oh yeah, and honestly, good for you, Mary. Pop out pussy hat, like, live your dreams. Did you like it? Did you think it was funny?
I actually enjoyed it, and it seemed like most of the people, like RuPaul, they're not subtle on Drag Race with being like, we like these references. Like, it always kills me when they put an obvious Mommy Dearest reference, and do not deliver, because it's like, it's already there, you know what to do. It's already like, you just gotta put it into the words that they've written for you, but the like cadence of all of it. So it felt like everyone was like, oh, Dynasty, over the top. Like, it didn't take that many notes. Like, it all seemed like they kind of like got it, the reference, and I think it made a difference.
I agree. Yeah. They were like, Joan Collins, like, literally be this person. I actually like the idea to do a Moira Rose. Michelle was being a little harsh because she was like, because RuPaul was like, do Joan Collins. Just do Joan Collins.
You ain't got to reinvent the wheel.
But then she's like, why is this bitch up here imitating Moira Rose? Like, well, we're all imitating someone. I mean, in this challenge, it's a parody. The challenge is about parodying. So I thought it was actually a very good choice, and also a very good Moira Rose. So let's go with these looks real quick. All right. So let's start by talking about RuPaul and the judges panel. I love T.S. Madison so much. Okay.
Looks.
I will say, sorry. No. I'm going to say I am now 100% convinced this is a composite image. There's no way Michelle Visage, T.S. Madison, and Ross Matthews are all the same height.
They're not.
This is not possible. This is my favorite RuPaul look of the season.
It's completely neutral for me.
Tracker. Layla is in a full-on internet battle with RuPaul.
You can't be in an internet battle and the other person has no idea who you are.
No, I love this look. I would wear this look. I love this look.
She's been crazy lately. It looks like, it looks like one of those outfits where she walks down, she goes, oh shit, and then spins out of it. Yeah, that's what this looks like.
Oh, I got legs, honey. I didn't want to let it out. You want to see me go off.
You got me in my legs.
Business. Come, let's give them just what they want. All right, let's get into the girls. All right, so let's start with Angeria Paris and Michaels Dupree, Balenciaga, Manuela, the house down boots. I do not like this. And I thought I did not think I'd be saying this about anything Angeria wore this entire season.
Yeah, it's not my fave. Her face is gorgeous. Her hair looks nice. It's just kind of, especially in comparison, because some of these chap looks, honestly, I feel like I heard when they were filming this season, one of the designers or whatever said that one of the looks was chaps on the runway, which I was also like,
we wore chaps last night.
We did.
We want to see chaps on the runway, honey. Let's talk about Bosco looks. Bosco's like a hippie, like a leather hippie.
I like it. It looks good.
Yeah, it does look very good. And
it's a little different for her. It's still like in her wheelhouse, but it's like I like that she did this dusty pink, and it's not some like overly like kind of vintagey, pin-uppy.
Yeah.
I do like this little switch up. It's a little fun.
I feel like she presents the most eclectic on the show. Like there are times where I've been like, who is that? There have been times when I feel like literally, who is that queen? And then I'm like, it's Bosco.
Who's that girl?
We were at the show last night, and this Diabetes look got the crowd together. I think the reason why is because
I don't think she looks bad. I don't think it's a bad outfit. I think it is. I would probably wear this.
It was the fact that it was described as perfection.
And also, not for nothing, the edit of the edit and how she is acting and like the lead up in her storyline of like, the amount of cuts of side eye, or like they were like, as soon as someone was like, oh, well, I think an outfit, the camera's diabetes. So I think the crowd is preemptively like riled up about her. And what did Michelle say? It was perfection. She say iconic? Was the word iconic thrown around?
It was. I mean, perfection was enough. Like it
seemed like a reach. She looks good. Also, Gigi Good's mom made that.
Is she really?
Yeah, she did.
Drag her mom.
I'm not dragging her mom. Her mom makes great stuff.
Oh my God, Rue, and Gigi's mom. You are on a rampage today. Who else are you firing shots at?
Okay, this is not sibling rivalry. I'm not Monet. I'm not going to sit here and be gaslit.
Jeez, well, you shouldn't have to deal with this, and I apologize for my co-host today. But anyway, this look does look good, but I don't know that I call it perfection. That was a strong choice in my opinion.
I like it. I think it was I agree. Yes.
So let's go into Deja. I think that Deja's is. You know what it is? I think it's. I was thinking, looking at this, I was like, I think what's making this not super great is when the difference it makes something looking like not super high quality and high quality is some type of mixing of mediums.
What do you mean?
Like if it's just two like plain fabrics, it doesn't look as good as like, for example, Bosco, the pants have that other panel on them. And there's a fringe, which is probably a different thing. And there's also metal. So there's like 3 or 4 different things going on that garment.
It probably also would have helped if Deja had like how Bosco has like, it's all incorporated. Deja's is like, I had this top and these bottoms. I'll just throw it on this leotard. Like there's not an incorporation, like a back and forth of the both. Like they technically match, but she doesn't look bad. Like it's perfectly serviceable. Yeah. I actually really like this hair on her.
Yeah, she looks good.
She does, yeah.
Okay, Jasmine Kennedy. This is
a fever dream. I don't get it.
Very strange.
I don't get it. And
I don't know what you don't get. She's clearly graduating and wearing chaps.
The chaps go up to her nipples. They go past her nipples. She's wearing a nude bodysuit, fishnet bodysuit. She's got Barbie pussy and fucking graduation chaps up to her nipples.
I mean, even Megan Pete didn't wear this when she graduated.
I don't understand. I like this yellow hair on her.
She doesn't look bad. It just doesn't make sense.
I'm just confused by it.
Same. Very much same.
I'm confused by the concept.
Okay, Georges is not wearing chaps.
Georges, it looks like she got a new pair of tights. She stoned them, but she put like too much glue on them, so there's not enough stretch to them. And while she was performing, they started to slide down because they barely fit over the pads.
It looks like her. You're right. It looks like her.
It looks like stockings that fell down.
I explained a while back how Monet trolls, and I said a while back that Monet had this look where she had her paintings on, and then she pulled. This is literally what it looked. This is literally exactly. And I know that is some sibling rivalry exclusive stuff. So shout out to all the sibling rivalry listeners. But yeah, this is exactly what I don't understand what is going on this day. And I really do not like the critique where they're like, she was in the top, right?
Yes. She was on the top.
I mean, but she was good in the performance. Yeah. But I don't like notes when they're like, you didn't follow the prom, but I just don't care. That shit drives me.
It's not.
It is annoying. It's not fair.
It's not. No.
Yeah, this looks not great.
It's not bad. It's just that part ruins it. Like
I think that's enough to make it not great. Also,
okay, fair.
I think George is like in a fight with Cynthia Lee Fontaine. Have you seen this?
It's a lot.
Have you seen the thing?
Yes, I have.
So Cynthia Lee Fontaine.
Basically, what happened in the Cliff Notes version, Cynthia was like, I don't get why the judges like the outfits that no one really did that. Like, Cynthia basically said that she didn't like George's outfit.
It was even calmer than that.
It's Cynthia.
Yeah, it's cuckoo. It's Miss Congeniality.
You know, Miss Congeniality be like, I don't think I really love that. And George's like, yeah, well, you got in a car accident for a reason, you stupid bitch. I mean, it really just, and then everyone was tagging me going, so Layla, like they're not like all of like the season 8 girls, I don't know if there was a view, they're like, hi, have a response for your season 8 sister for Georgia saying that she should have gotten in a car accident.
They were saying like condolences, like she, like I was like, girl, what's going on?
Then she made Cynthia made a statement. I was like,
what did Cynthia say?
Cynthia's statement deals with spoilers for the season.
Oh, okay. Well, we won't go into the statement.
No, that's right. You're right.
Let's talk about Carrie Colby.
Trend alert! The fucking hatless hats.
Oh my God! It's back. Guess who back in the house? Not the top of the hat. What is it? What is this?
Are we missing something?
No,
they
they're
are.
missing. I don't know why they keep doing this. I don't like it. I do not like this. Also, I don't like this outfit either. It's just covered in. I think the issue is not covered in hair. It has hair on it.
You also can't really. I mean, I love Carrie. I think she's been doing great, and like she's really good talking heads, and she comes off very authentic, which speaks to me as a viewer watching the show and liking people. This episode, until we pulled up these pictures, I don't remember her in this episode.
She didn't have a lot going on this episode. No.
She's very middle of the road. Like her, like take the hat off because this hair is gorgeous on her.
But it's not a this outfit. This is not.
No, it's not great.
Yeah, taking off that hat would not absolve her of this look, Mary.
I'm not trying to say that.
Let's talk about fucking Lady Goddamn Camden pulling one of the best runways of the season so far.
I'll I'm never gonna be able to do this again. But this was like, if I ever got on All Stars and had to do like a little talent, like some sort of lip sync or whatever, I was gonna try to like do some like see if I could get, and like now that they can get music cleared, I always wanted to be like, oh, what if I try to do something like a Reclaiming I Will Survive or something, like kind of start off doing a number being like on purpose, kind of seem nervous, like I was fucking it up, and then fall down, and then like I would be like, oh shit, and then turn up, and then it's like a wig reveal, a whole thing, and then I'm like, I always thought about that, so I've been in the back of my head, and now it will never happen. So
if you don't know about Laila McQueen is like a punk emo gothy queen, but deep down,
I think they know.
Deep down,
oh wait,
Layla is the dancing diva of Texas.
I wish.
Deep down, Layla wants to be. Get on up.
I want to be.
Oh, I know.
I do not have the coordination.
I'm not saying she can dance, but like deep down, Layla wants to be Kennedy Davenport. She wants to be. Layla wants to wear like a spangly and do one of the queens who does their hair like this, and they whip it back with the hand. Like when we work on over here, Layla is always doing. She knows everyone's dances.
I don't. I pretend I do.
But we did in Hawaii. There's a great.
And if you watch the video, I miss every single beat.
I have to. Who has that video? We have to find the video of Laila McQueen.
I think there's a couple of us.
We'll put it on the Patreon. Anyway, and Layla it's one of my favorite memories with Layla, actually. But yeah, this was great. Lady Camden
killed it
so hard this episode. She looked even in the lip sync when she revealed from a mustache to a mustache, which really tickled me pink. That was so funny.
That was good.
She did such a good job this episode. Everything she did, she came out of nowhere. Like I really did not see it for her for like the first couple episodes until last episode.
I was gonna say last episode you're like she should have won.
And I'm so glad that she finally did win one.
Yeah, she did great. That, honestly, like far and beyond the best one this episode.
Yeah.
Like this was her episode.
Yeah, good for her. Then we have Willow Pill, who also did a great job. And this is actually one of my favorite looks of the evening.
I will say it is my favorite look.
This is a great look.
This is when she came out, I was like, I like the shapes, but then she started walking down and I realized like she said something about getting a wedgie. Like once she you saw more of the outfit, I was like, that's brilliant. That is actually Willow is she's coming out very authentic and doing a lot of things that actually have not been seen before on this platform.
That is true. Yeah, I have never seen anyone getting a wedgie on a thong that goes up above their head, but also holding their ponytails. I've never seen anyone do the long arms on the runway thing. I've never seen anyone do a housewife. A house is literally a wife.
I honestly would. So I knew her before she got on Drag Race. She would come to Chicago and do shows pretty regularly, and she's a very good time. And I was sold. I like her in general, but I was sold when she walked in with a shirt that said Angle. I was like, it's done. I love that. She's great. Oh, I love it.
Queens who change their voices in drag. Willow doesn't, but this just occurred in my head because I'm thinking to myself, am I talking differently? But I don't normally change my voice in drag anyway. I might sound a little different. I'm a little bit sleepy. But what do you think about queens who change their voices in drag? Like James Mansfield does it. Varla Jean Merman does it. The one who won season 4.
Oh, I was like, we have to narrow it down. There's quite a few.
Touche.
It doesn't really bother me. I don't know. I don't think that much of it.
It doesn't really bother you, so it does kind of.
Everything does. Have we met? I start off bothered. You have to convince me not to.
My default is bothered. My default setting is bothered.
Like, I love Varla Jean. And also usually the queens that like my favorite queen, she's one of them.
Who's your favorite? I thought Varla Jean was your favorite.
I can't pick. It's like picking like a horror, like a favorite horror movie. There's like a different genres, but in terms of like,
I heard it first, it's like picking a whore, and I was like, that is easy. You said it's like picking a whore, and I was like, well, what's wrong with picking a whore?
Yes, Jacob.
Does Lady Bunny do that with her voice out of drag?
That is how Lady Bunny talks. It is crazy. Getting to see Lady Bunny out of drag is very rare. Now you've seen her. Have you seen her? You've seen her. She did a tour. That's it. Yeah.
I did not realize it was Lady Bunny until she spoke, because when we did our season 8 premiere tour, we went to 5 different cities, and New York was the first one. So when we left New York, it was the first one where we left all together at the airport. Like, we all came into New York separately and then traveled together. And we're walking through the airport, and I remember walking to the terminal, and there was this haggard looking person with like long
literal holes in their shoes.
Literally, like they were wearing like off-brand Toms with a hole in it, and a sweater, a Lady Bunny t-shirt. I didn't realize it was a Lady Bunny t-shirt, but I was just like, they were kind of from the side, and I was like, I saw the hole with their toe poking out. I was like, who the fuck is this person following us? And then when we sat down, she's like, girl.
But also the thing is,
I was like, oh my God.
I mean, could you even imagine if Lady Bunny sat down and was like, hey, like if she changed her voice, like if Lady Bunny was doing a voice, she was like, all right, I think tonight for my show, I'm going to probably do the gerbil in the asshole song. And, and then she's like, what's the difference between, like, that would feel weird. And yeah, that is her. To describe Lady Bunny out of drag, she looks, to be honest, she kind of looks like Lady Bunny's brother. Like, she has long hair. She has long blonde hair. It's like to here, maybe.
You have such an image of her. Like, she does have a very iconic image, like, of her style, and she's very stamped in that manner. And you think about that so much, and when you don't see her out of drag almost ever, when you do, it's like, what? And then it clicks and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah. And then you ship it all away. It's just like a older white dude with long hair dressed in bum clothes. Yeah. Haggard. So
Hagrid.
What's your favorite look from the runway? You said it's Willow?
I'm going to go with Willow.
Me too. It's definitely Willow. And what's your least favorite look from the runway?
I'm stuck because I don't love Angeria's, but I'm just so confused by Jasmine's.
I'm gonna have to give it to Carrie or Jasmine.
I don't love Angie's this week.
Maybe it is Angie's. I mean, I'm so easy to convince.
I think it might be Angie's this week.
It's the shoulder things.
Yeah.
It brings down the quality a lot.
Yeah.
So RuPaul makes a very upsetting announcement. RuPaul calls forward Deja Skye. She calls forward Angeria, and she calls forward Miss Carrie Colby, and she says, you all are safe. And everyone's gagging. Everyone's like, wait, what? They leave, and then RuPaul goes, you all represent the tops of the week. There were no bottoms. And I was like, that doesn't make sense to me. Now, I know Two Girls Went Home last episode. I know.
It wasn't last episode.
No. When was it? Was it the episode before? Doesn't matter. We know there was 1 week where 2 girls went home. But honestly, I would rather see a top 2 than have an episode where no one goes home.
A top 2?
Instead of like a top 3, I would rather get to the end and have a top 2 than have an episode where no one goes home.
Yeah, well, I'm also over no one going home when the season already starts off as a split, and then we sent home 2, brought back 2, and like it's going on for forever. And I'm not trying to like, girls, get your time. I'm not trying to like be wild about that, but as a viewer, I'm like, this is getting exhausting.
It was wild.
I marry Queen of the Universe style them. 6 of them the first day.
That was wild.
That was wild.
Wild.
Also, when they did that, season 11, I think when they're like, we're going to do a 6-way lip sync. I was like, so send 5 of them home.
That was so
messy.
Oh, that was a hard one. That was a really hard one. That was really hard to watch. So we found out the top 2. It is Lady Camden versus Diabetes. And as soon as I heard the announcement, as soon as I saw the name flash on the screen, I was like, Lady Camden's going to win this.
Right. I think Daya did really well this week. I
agree. She did well.
I think she did well. I personally, when it comes to the runway and performance, I think Bosco and Lady Camden were the top 2 for me.
I agree. Bosco was,
her runway's really good, and she really did a great job in the challenge.
You're right. I agree. I would have done that too. And I do think that Lady Camden deserved to win this challenge as well.
I agree. Daya
not me being a Lady Camden fan.
Daya being in the top and being critiqued like serves like that's a good trajectory. This like her being in the top 2 is like I'm not trying to diminish her because she did very well. But sidebar, the lips, I can't get past the lips in the challenge.
Her lips.
They're freaking me. I get weird. Like I love crazy makeup, but there's something about certain shapes that when you are not just like kind of being a look, when you're like emoting and performing and moving, like when your mouth is a certain shape and moving a different way, it takes me out of it. And her lips were
they were wild. Her lips were really wild. It was
wild, like Kylie Jenner lip challenge gone wrong.
Do you remember people used to suck the
shot
shot glass?
That's what that was?
Oh, was that what it was? Yeah, I think so. I thought the Kylie Jenner lip challenge was just putting on Kylie Jenner's lip stuff and being like, I'm wearing Kylie Jenner's lip stuff.
It is a struggle. I got it. I put it on. Oh,
I had to find it first. It was sold out everywhere. So Lady Camden wins. Congratulations, Lady Camden.
She ate.
She really did.
She did. That was also a great song.
This whole episode was great for her. Oh, wasn't it got sent home to a Blondie song?
I didn't say it last night.
I didn't say it either. But we were all thinking. I was like, all right, thank you all for watching. We're gonna do a very quick Patreon exclusive. So if you want to hear us talk about Untucked, the emotional Untucked, you can head over to the Sibling Rivalry Patreon. That is siblingrivalrypodcast.com/support, and you can hear our thoughts on the emotional Untucked. All right, thanks everyone.
Bye.